Yeah, we're holding Mishna Berura on page 35. Ruba Pasur Chayov. To add a garment where the majority of the side of the garment is open. And as a result of that, you have four corners. Two on each side. Like you have two vents, a vent on each side of the garment. Very often you find a woman's robe, they have, that they put on, they pull over, right? On the side, the slits, the vents on the side. The question, how high do the slits go up? If it goes up to the majority, that's considered, these are corners. Those are the corners of the garment. Ruba Sochayev, Hain Dafka Rov Mikol Abeged. ולא כמו שעושים החיות טלס קוטן שטופן עושו מן הצדדים מניחם על נקב שמכניס בו הידיים טופן למטה מן הנקב. You think that they patented this, whatever they call the tzitzis, with the undershirt tzitzis. Mishna speaks about this. That's what we speak about. This is not like the garments that are tailored by the tailors, where they create a shirt with the arms and it's sewn on the side. And they measure from under the arms. Zetos Gomor. Ki Oslo Nikra Bazdal the Kanfos. The Korvdov Shabvorch Mevorch Levatola. That's a Broch Levatola. Because even though you have the opening with the arms, but it's stitched and it's only towards the bottom. It's like you have two vents, right? The majority is closed. But when they measure from where the arms go out of the shirt. So he says it's a brocha levatola. Val kopon lo odiv min abeg shchetzu pasuch dechay b'tzitzis. Osel levorich olov. It can't be better. Here the majority is what is closed, but they measure from the arm where the arms come out. Here the Mechaber says if you have a garment which is 50-50, exactly 50-50, you should put tzitzis, but no brocha. Brocha levatola. So here, where it's less than 50-50, the majority is closed. There's no question it's a brocha levatola.
So measure from the shoulder?
No, they measure from the shoulder, but the whole thing is a mistake.
So you measure from here?
No. You measure from where it opens towards the bottom.
Okay. And then you end where?
Give you an example.
It's from where?
Yeah, let's say you have a jacket. Let's say the tailor never put arms on your jacket. Never put arms, and now you have vents on your jacket. Where do you measure? And let's say the vent would correspond to where your arms come out of the jacket. Okay, and the vent is, let's say, open 6 inches. Right, so it's top of the vent, but that's not the majority of the garment, correct? So definitely, that's not the corner you don't put tzitzis. But if you measure, let's say, the opening from the arm all the way down, that was the majority, but factually it's not the majority, because the majority of the garment is sewn, closed, it's not open. Right? That's what he's saying.
So
they measure from the wrong location.
So is it from the top to the bottom, or is it from
It has to be open from the top. If the arm, where the arm goes through, is fully open, it's not sewn whatsoever, then of course you measure from the arm.
So if it's sewn over here?
No, you don't measure, no.
So where do you measure from?
From where it opens below that. Where till the very bottom.
So from here to here?
And if that is majority, that's called a corner.
The majority of what?
The majority of the garment.
I'm saying the majority starts here? Or the majority
No, it starts from that location all the way down to the bottom.
Location.
What's that location?
No, not under the arm.
No, the slit.
Not from the shoulder. No. Where the vent starts. Let's say you have a piece of material, it's 3 feet long. And the vent is what? If you measure up from the vent going up, the vent is 2 feet into the garment. Right? 2 feet. It's open on the side, and from the arm till there, it's sewn 6 inches. Right? Doesn't make a difference, but 2 feet of the garment is open, so that's the majority of, that's called the corner. But let's say only a foot of the 3 feet of material is sewn closed. Even though you have an armpit, you have the arm, you're not going to measure from the arm, right? Because only a foot of the material is what? Is a vent. 2 feet are closed. Right? What about the arm? The arm has no relevance to it.
And this is up to here is 13
You're measuring the total from the, what's his name?
Yeah.
Not from under the arm, not from under the arm, from the slit, from the vent on towards the bottom.
So you can see from here to there. It's also 13 inches.
Yeah.
But it's 2 feet. Okay.
That's the total. That is the
That's what I was
total.
asking.
Total is from the shoulder. It's the whole material.
The slit is under the arm. You measure from
Yes,
under the
under the arm. If the slit's on, you definitely measure from under the arm. Yeah, that's what we're saying. But here we're talking about under the arm it's sewn. He's talking about it's under the arm it's sewn. I know.
The arm is part of the total. The whole of the arm is part of the total.
If it's open. No, if it's only then you don't count you don't have the whole of the arm. You don't take that into consideration.
It's part of the total.
No, no.
It's a small percentage.
You don't add that opening to that.
No, you don't.
Under any circumstance, you never add that.
If it's sewn.
I don't know why
under
you
the
think so
arm.
complicated.
It's sewn under the arm.
That's like you look at the arm, it's sewn closed totally. That doesn't even go into the equation.
Oh, right, so then if it's sewn.
Now, yes, how much of the garment is open? So if you see that as if it's closed,
Correct.
it's only from the bottom going up, as far up as it goes. Is that the total? Is that the majority of the total? Is not the majority of the total? You have it.
I have it. It's just, you're using the word total differently than other people using the word total. That's the difference.
Total is the total material.
Right, so the total is from here to here.
That's the total.
Right, okay.
And
So
now
from
it has
here
to be
here
the
is
majority.
15, it
Yeah,
has to be
right.
13 inches.
Correct.
Right, that's it.
That's it. It's fairly simple.
Yesterday you were talking about a button that was as if it was sewn. What are we
What,
talking
again,
about?
again, what?
Yesterday you mentioned, somebody mentioned about a button. So is that, so is that button considered sewn, or is it not? Do we take that into consideration from the bottom to that button?
Yeah.
So that button is,
Right, so it is considered closed.
Otherwise, you have a case. Let's talk about a case. You have a shirt. A shirt. And the shirt buttons down. Shirt is always worn closed.
right,
Right? And let's see, the front tails of the shirt, your front, your back,
right.
are square, and the back square. But the front is always worn closed. You only have the two vents in the back. The front you have no corners,
Right.
because the shirt is always worn closed.
Yeah.
So that would be like these tzitzis. If let's say the way you wear this on the shirt, it's always buttoned closed. You never wear it open,
So it's like.
right? So it's as if you don't have it's closed. It's as if it's closed.
Okay.
You're not obligated. Wait. We're not talking. We haven't talked. We'll talk Shabbos in a minute. 1 second. Yeah, we're not holding there. We're not holding there yet. We're not holding it yet. We said if it's 50-50, the Mechaber says you have to put tzitzis l'chumra. Then he says, but you're not permitted to go out on Shabbos. Okay, 1 second. Chai b'tzitzis, aval ein mevorchen olav. If it's 50-50, not. Shabbos shema. Now the question is why. No. No, if you have to have majority, so yes, that's because it's something. Because you can't measure exactly, it may be majority. Right, so you go to Chumrah. But you go to Chumrah on Shabbos. Yeah, wait 1 second. Ben Yotzim of Shabbos. The Shema pot vatzitzis havi kamasu, it is Gemara. So the threads are considered what? Something, why are you permitted to wear tzitzis on Shabbos? Because the tzitzis are considered like an enhancement of the garment. It's an integral part of the garment. You're not permitted to wear this garment unless you have tzitzis. It says you're permitted to wear the garment. The tzitzis is wearing, that's the garment. But let's say the strings themselves have no relevance to the garment. Have no relevance to the garment. So then you, because they're not a decoration. They're there only because it's tzitzis. But if not, then it's something which is superfluous. You're right. If you would wear these kinds of strings as tassels, you're right, but it's not. Okay?
You think they're there for the mitzvah tzitzis, but they're really not.
It's a suffix. It's a question.
So therefore,
But on the chance that you're not obligated, on the side you're not, then it's superfluous. So the strings don't. I'll give you an example. Years ago, they used to have a belt. It was a key belt. That the buckle, the key went into the belt, right? So people in those days, it was ignorance. A person would want to wear, like today, you have a thing that hooks onto your belt, and you have keys. So people, rather than using as the tip of the key to go into the belt, they would wear the key on the belt. Like you had a tie clip, which was a key at one time. They used to have tie clips, which were keys. They would actually clip the key on the belt. I mean, that's considered carrying. Except there, that's kalachayad. That's kalachayad. It would not be violation on the Torah level of transporting. But this would be a doraisa. Because the way you wear strings, you do wear them this way. You wear them in the corner. It happens to be this garment, because it's not open the majority, that's why it's not an ornament. But the way it's worn in the corner, this is conventional wearing or carrying. A key, normally you carry a key in your hand or your pocket. You don't carry a key attached to your belt. Right? So therefore, there it would be rabbinical. But when you have strings in the corner, that's where they're supposed to be. So if they're supposed to be, you're wearing them right, except that you have another problem. The garment's not obligated. So the way you're carrying it, it's conventional transporting. But so if that's why is it transporting? The answer is because the garment's not obligated in tzitzis. That's why it's transporting.
It's like the keys on the belt.
No, it's worse than the key on the belt. It's worse. The key on the belt would be considered kalachayad. That's unconventional. This is conventional. I'll give you an example. The Mechaber later says, what if you have tzitzis with the strings apostle? These strings are not fit for anything. And you don't just want to take them off. Right? And the strings cannot be salvaged. And there's no relevance to kosher strings. And he said, I'll give you an example. Years ago, when they used to have London Fog raincoats. London Fog, that was the quality raincoat. London Fog, okay? So when you buy the raincoat, those raincoats were indestructible. They'd outlive 3 generations. That's how durable they were. So they always had extra buttons inside. They had, you had the buttons on the sleeve were smaller buttons, and the button that you wore, that you button was a larger one. So they would have 2 large buttons and 2 small buttons inside, and they were sewn in. To be able to remove it, it was a chore. Even with a ripper, you couldn't undo those buttons. That's how tightly they were sewn inside. So most people left them inside. Or you have a shirt. Very often, on the inside of the shirt, you have an extra button. Most people, you don't remove that button. Right? Are you permitted to wear it on Shabbos? We have a posted here. This is posted from the west side. Okay?
Queens.
No. It's better than it because nobody values that button. Nobody values it. If it's not valued, it's like you have dust in your cuff. It means nothing. Has no value. If it's a button that you just haven't yet taken it off and you value that button, so that's called you transporting a button. Except the button, it would be unconventional. You don't transport a button by being sewn to your shirt, right? Where it doesn't function as a button. But most people don't even remove. They ignore it. It's like it doesn't exist. So it's bottled to the garment. It's negate. Therefore, it's nothing. You can leave it.
So if you know that the tzitzis are not kosher on your garment, but you don't, you know what? I'm not going to take this off now. I want to wear my tzitzis on Shabbos. You should be able to wear them.
No, because the strings themselves have that intrinsic value.
But
they have the value.
What value? You know they're not kosher. You know it's not a valid tzitzis. They have no value whatsoever.
Are you going to take them off?
You can't take
Are
them off.
Are you going to take them off?
No, like the buttons, you'll leave it on.
No, it's not you. Most people have to leave it on. It's something. Is it removed or is it not removed? If it's removed, that's superfluous to the garment. It's not removed, then it's like you have dust in your cuff. So years ago, you went to the cleaners. Very often on the bottom of your shirt, they would staple on whatever the color of the tag. Very often people, they would forget. Depends what kind of cleaners you go to, right? So and you forget to take off that tag. Some people never take it off. They just leave it. Or very often, if you do, because it can be a little uncomfortable, inside your suit sometimes they put it. They'll staple it to the inner pocket. Right? You just ignore it. And then, right? It was bottle. Has no value whatsoever. Wait a second. How about your shoes? How about this? How about that? Right? No, so the tag, again, in here has no value. Years ago, they used to have the sharpness. They would put like a metal tag, the string and metal tag. So the label was sewn on. It's not a question. It's part of the suit. It's sewn on. But the tag was on that little red string. Most people would cut it off. Many people just left it. Right? It didn't mean anything. And because it had no value, it's like, they left it. Would not be considered carrying.
So getting back to taking the strings off on Shabbos.
No, because since the strings will eventually be taken off, and he will take it off, that's why it has value. It has value. Of course, these strings, the person doesn't want it in his garment.
But like the code, no one will take those buttons off.
If nobody will take the buttons off,
so
then
that's a different.
then it has no value.
If it's individualized, like the tzitzis.
Yeah, right.
Then
Right, then it has to be taken off.
All right, just on a side note, that little tag on Shabbos, can you tear that off on Shabbos?
Yes. Because there's the whole question, what about makam and patish? Right? You're perfecting the garment. You're not going to wear a garment with a tag on it. Let's see, the tag is up here.
Right.
Right? And you're not going to wear a tie. You're one of the guys who go Friday night, without a tie to shoe.
Right.
Okay? So you're not going to wear that. So you don't have a tie to cover it. You're going to go with a tag?
So you
Unless it's one of these cleaners that you pay $16 to clean a shirt, so then it's a status symbol. Okay?
No, but so you can't tear it off.
You could take it off.
But what about makam patish?
It's not mine, because the shirt is totally functional without it.
What's that way to do that?
What?
I'm taking it away from my
No, you can't write the numbers, you have to do the numbers.
You're not allowed to wear the garment. Let's say one of the corners gets torn off. You're not allowed to wear that garment on Shabbos, because you have the other three.